guys, and welcome to another episode of Idea. You know what we do here: create wonderful content, educational content, insightful content, just for your learning, and just so that you can, make your mind start thinking and coming up with fantastic ideas that can actually change you and change your environment at large. Today is a very special day because we are going to be discussing something that is very important to you. Very, very, very important. We're going to be discussing from idea to profit. Hmm. Wow. From idea to what to profit. And I have two other people with me today that's going to be helping us discuss this section. We have a lot of information to deliver to you. If you have been having issues about turning your idea into a profitable business, this video is for you. And I have here with me two incredible men, men of intellect, and they are the right persons for this video. This particular one we're doing today, they are the right persons. Please join me to welcome Mr. Humphrey Igbinore.
Hello.
Mr. Humphrey, welcome.
Hello everyone, I'm Humphrey.
Today's topic strong. Guy, it's a day. Money matter that we want to discuss.
Yes, how to transfer your SAPA ideas
So you not make
into cash. Alright.
All right. And with me is another incredible man. I've said it before that these persons, they are the right persons for this topic. This person that I'm going to be introducing now is a smartphone monetization coach. What a money monetization coach. In fact, this is what please join me to welcome Mr. Patrick.
All right, hello everybody. It's good to be here, and I'm very, very happy taking this particular section. Thank you again.
Okay, so you all what want to discuss today now very important. Very, very important, because it's one thing to have an idea. It's another thing for you to make money from that idea.
Sure.
Very, very important. So that, just like I said before, you not be a talented beggar. So persons are talented beggars. They can't turn their ideas into profit. So we are going to. I want us to discuss this very well because it's important. I want people to know how they can transform their idea into money. So let the conversation begin. Mr. Alfred, I want to start with you. Can you share a personal story of when you turned an idea into a profitable business? Your own personal story.
Okay, there have been instances where I turn ideas into profitable business, but most times there's something I would call side hustle. I might just think of something and be like, okay, for this season, this thing can sell. Then I just now just put body. Once money start coming, you use it for the time, and when that season go, we now move to something else. And that was mostly when I was in school. The first business idea I did when I was in school was there was a time it seems as if boxers was becoming expensive.
Okay.
You get, and as at that time, because of my church, I always go to Anambra State. I found that okay, it seems boxers is
It's cheaper.
cheaper there, but here boxers is expensive. And another thing was that ladies started wearing boxers in Uniben. I don't know if anybody were in school at that time. Ladies started wearing boxers in Uniben, and you know that anything ladies are more in numbers. So I initially wanted to start buying these would I call it, like, let me not use the word fake, but it was way lesser and the quality
You
was
mean
lesser
Abba?
than okay.
Less than
Please,
that.
no, let me not
do
go
you,
there.
Do you mean Abba?
No, I don't want to say, but let's just say lower quality of boxers.
Say the word.
No, that's better. No. The way you say it is better. No, don't go there.
All right. So then I don't know if okay, banana boxers and that my kind of boxer. Initially, I wanted to start buying from Anambra State to sell here at Uniben. But I went to Ring Road. I just said, okay, let me just check. So we have the Igbo brothers in Uniben and at Ring Road. I'll count from them, put them in my school bag, come to hostel, be knocking from door to door. Who won't buy boxer?
Boxers.
You get. Most times when I buy my boxers and I go to O3, I don't know, O3 now you have this block A block. Sometimes if I move from block A to block C, my boxers don't finish. There were times I go to the market twice in one day. Before then go and come back. Then I now found out that okay, ladies were wearing boxers now. So ladies became my. Some of them were even asking me to sell butter to them, like, boss, after why you know they buy panties
Pants.
and bra and all of that. I was
Imagine
considering it.
you.
No,
Imagine
no, no,
you.
no, no, no.
Imagine you selling
No,
pants.
I've sold. I don't know if it's permitted in this show. I've sold condom before. So
Ah,
there was I was in my WAEC
you're a
class.
businessman.
We were doing WAEC and JAM class, and one of the teacher, Mr.
Yeah.
Luke, he was working with DKT company. So
Mm.
I met him. I be like, "Oh, Gafi said this thing, oh." So I'll take from him. I think I was buying a pack less than 1,000. Then I think around 800. I will go and sell. Sometimes I sell for as a retailer. Sometimes I sell as a wholesaler. People started coming to my house to knock at my window at night to buy
Business
condom.
update.
So,
Oh.
so basically, when I see an idea and I know that okay, I can run with it,
Mm.
I not get shame. The only thing I consider when I want to do business those days is my mom. And I'm a first child of the family, so you get some kind of business when
Mm.
mama or papa no go want me first son they sell, that
Mm.
kind of thing. But when I say any idea, I sold boxers, I sold condom. Then what else?
And this,
I
this,
sold gas.
you made money from this.
Definitely,
You're lucrative.
definitely.
Wow.
Such that I can for condom I can sell after making my gain like times two. Then I'll start giving free condom out.
Wow. You're helping people.
That kind of thing. My slogan was, if you can't stop them, protect them. If I can't stop, people will be like, you're trying to promote promiscuity. But I'll be like, if you can't stop them, because definitely you can't stop them. If you can't stop them, why not protect them? So I was, if you know that okay, this guy if he give me condom, make I buy now tomorrow. If he give me for this thing, and it was relatively cheap then. You get, so I could just give condom out. So after that, I did gas. There was a time
gas.
I sold gas. I didn't have a gas station anyway. I wasn't refilling for people. There was a time gas was expensive. I think it was for a kg then it was around 250
That
for a
was
kg.
expensive.
it was expensive. It was around 250 at EcoSodin. I printed posters. You know this bicycle they used to sell ice cream.
Yes.
I bought a bicycle they used to sell ice cream. I will post if you want to buy gas, just contact me a night to that day or the morning of that day. I'll gather all the cylinders together, then I'll pack all of them in that my bicycle, both back and at the front. Then I will ride the bicycle out from EcoSodin down to Idowina. That's Isio Idowina before Uluku. I'll fill my gas. Then they were selling. Some people were selling 250 per kg. Some people were selling 300 per kg. Those who were selling 250 were those people rushed to. But then I was telling them I will sell this what is it called, 1 kg for you, 220, 240, or all of that. So some persons might want to fill 10 kg, some people might want to fill 3 kg. When I combine all of this, my bicycle was not using fuel. It's just for me to pack all of them, ride them down to Idowina, fill it at a very cheap. I think then they were selling gas less, probably just a little bit higher than 200. So I make nothing less than 100 naira, 50 naira, 40 naira as time was going on kg. Imagine doing all of that for different persons, some persons buying 10 kg and all of that. So I made the money. And when the business was no longer moving, I think some persons started discovering bringing gas tank into a custody. It was now cheaper. I sold my bicycle. I did every that thing and I left the business. Nothing with, you understand. So while doing all of that, I was in school and I was still doing my shoe business, which was not really affecting. It was not like I abandoned my shoe business, but I was just picking opportunities as they come. Again, so once you pick, you dump them. When they are no longer profitable, once you pick, you dump them. I even did home cleaning service. When what is it called? When Corona came, there was strike. Unimed gave like 2 weeks break, then strike, then Corona. Some people's room rat has taken over. You understand? So when it was time to resume, we started doing home cleaning service. People would call me. We could clean a self-con for like 12K. Could clean a self-con for like 7K. Someone wanted to clean only the bathroom one time. We did 5K for the person. We saw that if someone can clean only the bathroom for 5K, and we started doing either you clean your room or you clean your bathroom 5K. So a lot of business like that.
Wow. But I don't know what to say. You are a businessman. Okay, well, so let's hear from Mr. Patrick. Mr. Patrick, please tell us any idea that you turned to profits.
All right. I was very, very much. I got a lot of insights from my colleague here. What he has said. Basically, as he has rightfully said, it's all about solving problems. And from my own angle, then I would look in different categories where while I was in school and away from school. so that I can meet the different audiences. So while I was in school, um, now staying in the hostel, I stayed in the school hostel for some time. There was a time I also was switching. I was staying inside hostel and off campus. And while I was in the school, I had this particular idea that sparked in my head. One came in the hostel, while the other one came in while I was in school. The one that came in while I was in my campus is like my study area, was the one that, you know, a lot of students then in my campuses, not just in my campus, but in engineering specifically, we had this issue of managing time. Majorly, we had this issue of managing time. We usually, if we see any person that can do something for us to, to reduce our stress, we just embrace it.
Sharp, sharp.
For example, let me give an example, like um technical drawing. For example, we had persons who had this challenge of doing technical drawing. They just had this, it was a very big challenge for them. Yes, if you ask me, in two categories, one thing I'm going to say is that one it wasn't going to be helping them, because we're basically, like, some people were very professional in it, helping some persons to do some certain technical doing, like an assignment and all that, you understand. And when we do it, we get paid for it, you understand. Though we are doing it to make money, but for those persons,
It's a lot. We're
so
saving
It
it.
doesn't help
at
them.
some point in time, because being a humanitarian that I am, at some point in time, I wasn't so okay with that. So I talked to my friend that, okay, let's still organize something to see how we can bring these persons, those who will be interested. Because the truth is that not everybody are even interested in
Yeah.
getting that knowledge.
Yeah.
Basically, then there were some persons that they said they came from technical school. They had the knowledge before coming, but some of us just grabbed the knowledge while having friends who also know it, because after school we go for extra, and that was how some of us got knowledge, and we're doing this thing. That is one problem that I observed in my own level of student colleagues then. And looking away from my own course mates, now looking at my department in general, there is always this issue of, I don't know if it's peculiar with all schools though, your lecturers don't really go in depth, and this is engineering. This is engineering.
Lecturers don't go in
This is
depth.
something that, this is not because that you can just, you can just go with the what you are taught in class and just expect that you pass. You understand?
Just listen,
So
cram, and just.
you get. So it wasn't really. It's, that's, for example, that's a challenge, but there's also a problem there that needs solution. You understand? So wherever there's a problem and you are able to set this problem, then if you see yourself in that business kind of minded kind of person, you'll be able to make money from it. You understand? That was the short, the person that started tutorial then. Because me, actually, I finished from algebra, then the person that started tutorial was more like me and my buddies, like my close friends.
Yeah.
You understand? Then, because at the time they said they were doing it, but they stopped it then. But we revived it. Let me put it that, because some persons actually started the idea before, but we revived it and made it even go more viral. And there was a lot of money into it. There are some people who are going into it on the later on. There was different persons who started naming themselves, some calculus, some this, some that. You understand? So when you have all these ideas coming into your head, you can make, first of all, it comes from being somebody that is capable of thinking.
Yeah.
Now, students generally, the kind of course I studied is something that will make you think, though. And so I'm not sure we
No
who had the
choice.
choice that to think.
Yeah.
We won't have the place where we call school of thought, where you definitely, after a break, you have to go there. They give us a break that you have to go there and you have to think. Though it's a very short time, but at least it gives you an idea if you know what you're doing. You understand? So different ideas. Then looking away from the school angle now, that is from my campus area to my hostel. You understand? There are a lot of problems.
Businessmen.
There's a lot of problems there. But some of the problems, because I joined Red Cross. Let me put it that I was Red Cross then in school. So I was, because I always try to make it 50 balance. When I try to make profit, then I also try to do some things for humanity.
Yeah.
So while I was making profit of some things, I still consider doing something free. You understand? And sometimes the truth is that there are some things, if you don't set that balance, you may not get your relevance going on.
That's
And
true.
that thing you did free may not be what will give you that that
Yeah.
pay data.
Yeah.
For example, there was a program we did then in the hostel where we cited, there was a lot of, in short, the hygiene wasn't that okay. So we went into organizing a team to go into like different, not really inside the hostels, but like see those drainage area, those like drainage. Yeah, we just organize a team where we do cleaning, like we clean those areas. This was free. You understand? This was free. Where I want to bring in that where the profit came in now was that why we did that in the long run, we had persons, we took pictures and made these pictures, publicized it. We now had persons who were interested in like, you people can do something like this, you understand, without being paid. They were amazed, and they offered us a free training. They offered us a free training.
Okay.
Basically, I will not say this one came in just because of being a humanitarian, but I think it's the effort that we made also made it work out.
Yeah.
And they gave us some training while in school that helped us. Trainings like people don't get it these things for free. Trainings like web designing, trainings like you see all these things came in, and then while in school we started getting ideas of how to also make money
From
from those particular skills. So a lot of ideas can come in from different ideas that you put in your effort, you take an action to do. So sometimes taking an action towards a small idea can give you an idea of something bigger.
That's true.
You understand? So most of the time when we see problems, let's not run away from it. Let's see something, let's see behind it, see what comes, take it as a challenge, and it just works that you see yourself making money over time.
Mr. Patrick, you said something. It doesn't mean that not every idea is meant to be made like not. How do I put it now? Like not every idea is meant to be profitable. Is that what it means?
Okay.
That it's not every idea that you must turn into profit.
Okay, like what you said now, I think let's look at it two ways. Why you're having an idea that's making you profit, is also take the other one as like a side hustle, like you said, because there's no way you can be in the situation where you need money and you start doing things for free.
So you
generally.
are agreeing that not every idea is like should be profitable.
No, not really. At that point in time, it may not bring the profits that it may not give you that profit. Some of them you sell, you just get your that money back.
As an act of service to people.
Yes.
Okay.
But
so
I
not
think
really.
if your idea, if you're going to give the product of your idea to people as a humanitarian service, maybe as a philanthropy, that means that thing is of value. And whatever is of value, there are people that are willing to pay for it. So I think it will now be when you decide to take money as exchange for that idea, and when you choose not to take money as exchange for that idea. But that does not mean it doesn't have value.
We've discussed our successes. Let's look at our failures. Yes, have there ever been a time when you've had an idea, in your mind, this idea is the one, and then everything just
Definitely a lot.
So how was it for you?
A lot, because there's something I always tell people is that every idea is $1 million idea until you start working on it. That's when you know that
if you look so this idea
to be sparkling like you want to do it, but when you take the first step, you be like this thing not the work. You be like this thing not the work. Okay, so when I started shoemaking, it was Sakba that brought about the idea. Honestly,
the biggest motivator.
I think my biggest motivator has been Sakba. You get, but then what I call Sakba might be someone's good estate anyway, because before that Sakba level, we had a lot. Like then things were still good. We had we always have 1 bucket of rice in the house, 2 cartons of Indomie in the house, like another bucket of when I say bucket, paint bucket of spag, another bucket of seasoning and all of that. So this period, I and my roommate was as if gigs were not coming for him for his video photography, wedding and all of that, and gigs were not coming for me on my shoemaking, because I make shoes normally. I started making shoes and all of that, and we need to go to church. Church can be, if you're into church as a church person, you need to always spend money. New persons can come to your home and be like new members, you want to do finance, you want to go to this place. I will go to Anambra State for every month. So that period, we finished our bucket of rice. We ate rice for 1 week straight.
Wow.
We ate spag 1 week straight. We drank gari. The guy was huge, so we put me on his neck to pluck coconut from our compound, then we use it to eat gari and all of that.
Adventurous.
So we finished all of this, and the last money on me was like 40 naira. At that time, 40 naira can only take me from my I was living outside school, from my junction Adolo to main gate Bo campus, and 15 naira will take me to my parents' place. But I have to trek a distance before they will take me for 14 naira. That was how I got into school, and I started doing shoe stuff. But at the time, it failed because I didn't have the business know-how of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So my business actually struggled for a lot of time. It was just that I had it in mind that okay, no matter how it works, I am going to fulfill all of it. Even when it failed, when it looked like clients are not coming and all of that, I just have it at the back of my mind and I sure I did make. That was when I started jumping into other ideas I mentioned earlier. The home cleaning service also failed at a point. Not that it failed because I didn't have idea, because I left it for someone and the parents were not doing it. So definitely there are going to be a lot of failures, and failures are going to be like building blocks to your success. You get, so there's always a failure behind every success story.
Okay. Let's hear from Mr. Patrick.
Okay, all right. Ideas. Now talking about fails, the failure aspect. Before I started having this thought of looking at problems around my immediate environment then while in school, I had tried others. You understand? I tried others. And part of the things I tried there was this buying and selling. I tried buying and selling like the fashion industry,
Yeah.
because then I personally had part of it like a goal, like a vision, an ambition to build a fashion brand. Not necessarily being a fashion designer though,
Yeah.
but those kind of already made items. And
Like
I
to own a
tried.
boutique.
Yeah, exactly. That's just the word.
Okay.
So I tried selling then in school, but you see, when you are not solving a problem
Problem.
in your
Yeah.
immediate environment, then to be sincere with you, that environment problem was not that.
That was not what it
You understand? As at the time I was in school then, because now you have to first of all sell within your audience, your a certain audience that you know. And it's not going to be easy sometimes. Now, if you go to the hostel sector now, we don't really have this ajebo kind of person in
Yeah,
the
people
hostel.
that can afford.
If you understand that in our own angle of hostel, we don't have those ajebo. Ajebo will never want to stay.
Yes,
Especially our
That's
own
the
category
truth.
of hostel.
That's the
I'm
truth.
telling
So
you.
I'm being specific now. So now I tried selling then, and probably maybe I was not having more of the skills, the marketing skills then, or I didn't really get a lot of success. I bought then, I because I wasn't having so much knowledge in that, I would buy like I used like 30K. I'll just buy some items and I try to sell and get profit. But without knowing that I was making the wrong move. That wasn't the best move, because as I
So
then
that was
I ended
that
up
was like the lesson you learned from that.
I end up
like
wearing
you're
those
making
things.
the wrong.
I only I sold
So
very few, and I
you
end up
read
wearing those things.
your
Yes,
capital and your profit.
I wear because when people are pricing that it's not what you expect, and that kind of thing. So
I can
I
imagine.
was just like, so I ended up wearing most of them, and I sold a few to
At
just
least you
some few
don't waste
friends.
now.
For me,
But that was
that's a
not the
business failure.
intention.
That's a business failure, because I was seeing a lot of, like you said, I was seeing $1 million kind of business. I was seeing it back, like, I just expected that to grow. And the idea just ended there, and it wasn't really. I didn't drop that dream till now. I've not dropped it, but
Yeah.
as I then I had to drop it.
Because,
I had to drop it because my idea of going into business there was to make money.
Okay, so
You
Mr.
understand?
Speaking about you dropping it,
Okay.
what do you have to say about a business idea that is not like the income you're expecting is not what is good? What do you do with such idea? Is it that you re-strategize or you just dump it, put it in one corner?
Okay. Okay. Now, because of the environment I was then, I've learned better now, because I was in a school environment where I don't. You don't have that time to even. Now you want to learn the skills, but the environment is not giving you the available. Should I call it the resources and the timing to be able to? Because there will be a lot of assignments. There's a lot of things that will never make you even
Yeah.
fancy and start watching videos. For example, the videos you can watch are the ones that relate to your assignment.
Yeah.
So then should I say, as I then it's not like I dropped that idea, but I had to drop it because now profits per se is something that I'm expecting to, maybe I have a project at hand and there's an amount of money I'm trying to raise. And now this profit is not even, this idea is not giving me this money. Now it's better I go into another business that will give me that profit that I'm looking for than trying to go and start, because in my own situation then I did not have the chance to go and start upgrading my knowledge. So it was better I switch
To what you
fast
already
to something that
understand.
I know
Yeah.
that is within my capacity to influence people. Because what I knew was the idea of now going into the tutorial
Yeah.
aspect, the idea of now going to handouts and all that, sending past questions. So that one I already knew it. I can defend it if I have
And
the
it's something
handout
that
here.
they will need that, like
Yes,
limited environment, they needed it at that
exactly.
point.
Yeah.
So it was easier for me to do that than the other part of the fashion when I was going into. I was trying to. It wasn't easy for me to convince persons to, instead of buying that, to go and buy clothes.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, let me
My
hear,
my
let me hear
boss
from
will,
you.
my boss, Mr. John Ioa, will always say, if you have a passion and that passion is not giving you the money as at that time, you can bench your passion. Go for what will give you the money. If later on you finally get the money to promote your passion, you
Yeah,
can come back for it and pick it up. So that does not mean the
Passion
yeah,
no go
sure.
put food for your
thank you. Passion not go feed you.
Passion no go feed you.
And sometimes your passion might not be something that intrigues another person. You might just be obsessed with something that will not bring
Exactly.
money. You get
Yes.
it? So do the work, go and get the money, then come back and do your passion. That's
Yeah.
why you see some persons, they first of all go for 9 to 5, raise the
Mm.
money, then
Yes.
come back and
Go back
establish their
and
Yeah,
their
business.
business.
yes, exactly. I tell people that anything that is not bringing you money, anything you are doing that is not bringing you money, just turn it into an hobby. Turn it into an hobby and focus on what will give you money, because that's why today we're looking at
Mm.
from idea to profit.
Yeah, from idea to
From
profit.
idea to profit. Okay, so the next question I want to ask, like, just practically tell me, how do one turn their idea to profit? Then practically, what's the pattern for doing this? Let me start with
Okay.
Mr. Patrick. Yes.
All right. Okay. Pattern of turning your idea into profits. All right. Now let's use, for example, um should I use Benin as a case study, or should I use Uniben as a case study?
Anyone,
Okay.
anyone
All
go.
right. This the whole strategy still falls in between solving problems. Now I observed in my immediate environment, like probably we were discussing earlier before this section, we have a lot of waste. You understand? We have a lot of waste just roaming around, and these wastes most time are useful in terms of you can use it to get to raise some good income for yourself. Now I have this idea because I have done the research and realized that yes, you can. Some people will see that waste and not know what to do.
Yeah.
But when you are first strategy now, you should be a researcher. You understand? You are somebody that is inquisitive. You ask, you want to know how, instead of just living with that mindset of a statement of saying there's nothing I can make it here, I cannot make it here, I cannot make it here. Instead, start asking yourself
Wow.
how can you make it here? Now you have to survive. How do you survive? You understand? So when that's when you start asking yourself, your mind opens up, and
Start thinking of ideas.
yes, you now start developing this habit of researching. Now you have started researching, you now realize that there is in your immediate environment there's a problem of they dispose refuse, just especially not just all refuse but plastic. And this plastic has a lot of effect on our drainage system. And if you see the effects, the effects are numerous from the drainage system to down to our river area. There's a lot of effects that it does that is not even ideal. So now you now know that this thing can generate you money. So after you have done your research now, you now go into what you call your, some places call it feasibility studies. You go into studies to see how is it possible for you to gather all these things together. You understand? Now you've done your research, you now start making your feasibility studies, know how to put all these things together. Now it's not necessarily that you have to be the person gathering this thing. You can collaborate.
Yeah.
Sometimes collaboration helps you move faster. You understand?
Powerful.
And when you collaborate, you see yourself putting a lot of persons who are already making it in that line. You ask them questions, you get visible, you get very, very fast solutions to how you can tackle these things. And when you do that, you now see yourself putting your own innovative ideas. Try to see how this person that have been doing it before, they did not make it in Benin or this particular area. So, but me, how do I do it to make it in this area?
To fill up
So all of them points down to how, asking yourself how, and following the right strategy from your research to your feasibility studies. Then look into the particular industry. is this the kind of money that you would want? So some of us have billion mindsets. So this money, if it's not going to give you billion in the end, then it should not be something you are going into.
That is it.
You understand? If you have a millionaire mindset, you want to start from there. If it's going to give you millions in the end of it over time after your efforts, then fine. You should be ready to know that there will be a lot of challenges and obstacles will draw you back. You understand?
That's when you always
mindset,
remember your why.
yeah.
Why you started in the first place.
So your mindset now works. Your mindset works. Set your mindset. That's the very, very important tool in any setting your ideas to profit. If you don't have the mindset and giving yourself the rightful affirmations, you have to structure your mind, because in this part of the world, then there's a lot of naysayers everywhere, and your environment can affect you too. So
Yeah,
you have to
that's
structure
very
your mind by having the right set of affirmations. Structure your mind by having the right set of mindsets, so that you can, see the ideas and the plan and go for it. So if you don't have this thing set up, you may have challenges over time. But you have it set up, then try to get a mentor. It's always good you get somebody that have done this thing.
Yeah,
You
mentor. That
understand?
will
It,
save
it
you a whole
makes
lot
your
of
path.
time.
You understand?
Time and
It will
effort.
reduce your failure to an extent.
Exactly. Because otherwise, some people will spend a lot of years before becoming a millionaire. But you have the right mentor. It reduces your time, like I said,
Persons that have made the
and you make
mistakes,
it.
we
You
don't necessarily
understand?
have to make such
Yes.
mistakes.
Sometimes you have to pay. But some persons will give you that privilege of at least a month free. If you After they see the ginger in you, they see how jiggy you are to make it. You understand? They can give you, and there is a lot of opportunities now. You just have to be person that is always looking out. Be positive. When you're positive, opportunities will come to you. You understand? You see the right opportunities, and when you are ready, that's why somebody says a successful person is a person who is ready.
Yeah.
First of all, you have to be ready, and you take opportunities.
Opportunity meet you when you are ready.
You understand?
I'll just build on what he has said. He has talked about visibility study and all of that. So let me start from, let's say you've done your visibility study and all the racking your brain. Now you have a product. One way of getting people to buy your products can be what they call freemium. Like, okay, let's say I have an app, for example. You are familiar with this. Let's say I have an app, for example. I'll tell you, download this app for free. But initially, I'm telling you to download this app. While you're trying to use the app, I'll tell you to put your card details and all of that. So after using it for 1 month, automatically subscription starts.
Yeah.
You get it? So most times when you know the value of that app after 1 month, you just say, okay, let me start subscribing. You get it?
True.
Now taking it to physical product, because I've basically done more of physical product.
product, yeah.
There was a time, I think, after I left school, I wanted a pet. I didn't buy dog, I didn't buy whatever, so I got rabbit. You know rabbit, the one with
Please, rabbit.
I got the rabbit
Oyibo
with,
rabbits.
yeah, Oyibo rabbit. So that's long ear rabbit. Initially I wanted this as a pet, but right from time, every animal I'm keeping, I like the female parts. Right from when we were chicken,
Production.
so I bought this beautiful giant
You're
rabbit.
more connected to female animals.
I don't know what you're talking about. So when I bought the female rabbit, then I started, definitely now you have a rabbit, just like you have a phone, you have to start researching how to take good care of your rabbit and all of that. Then I found out that rabbit is very prolific. Rabbit gives birth to plenty litters like dog and all of that. And I was like, okay, I don't have a male rabbit. So I'll go back to the man I bought the rabbit from, give him my rabbit, he will mate the rabbit, I'll bring the rabbit back, and the rabbit will give birth. Initially it was still on pet level. So I naming them one after the other. But before you know, the rabbits were the numbers were now so much. I was like, okay, instead of selling as pet, because not everybody wants to use rabbits as pet, I killed one of them. I served it to my friends and well wishers around. Forget that thing. Now money we dey look for. So I killed one of them. We all ate it.
It's your idea to profit.
So no, the goal is money. As far as it doesn't hurt anybody.
You want that rabbit.
It's my rabbit and I have dominion.
And you even had it in SS.
Thank you. I have it in SS. So the people that were like, why you go eat rabbit? People they eat rabbit. This rabbit has a fine because it was all white with albino eyes and all of that. Why you go eat rabbit? All of that. I served it to some of them. Some of them knew. Some of them, my close friends. I just gave it to them without knowing. They're like, which meat be this? Like bush meat. Tastes like chicken. A rabbit to the shop. So like, wow. When you go kill another one, after we'll buy rabbit. People started coming like, okay, we'll kill rabbit now. After if I give you like 10K, we'll kill a rabbit. People started coming. Idea is freemium. When you give them a taste of it,
Yeah.
the idea is people don't know what they want unless they see it.
Mm.
You understand? I cannot say, okay, I want to eat pizza if I've not seen pizza before. If I've seen someone eat pizza, probably how they do the advert and all of that, I'll be like, okay, let's try it out. But if I don't know pizza exists, I will not crave for it.
True.
You understand? So you have to tell people that, okay, there is something like this, give
Yeah.
them a taste of it, then they'll crave for it. Initially, nobody will crave for it. But after taking it, take cigarette for example. It is labeled on cigarette that you get cancer, you will die.
Yeah.
But people still smoke it after having a taste of it. Why?
Smokers are liable to die
Because of the
young.
way they
It doesn't.
feel about
Yeah.
They don't care. They still want to take it.
Yeah.
What they've had a taste of it. So freemium is one way of getting people to buy your product.
Okay, in fact, with all that have been said today, it's time for you to sit down and start thinking of how you can monetize your idea. Don't be a talented beggar. Yes, please, very important. Don't be a talented beggar. Sit down. You've heard the strategies that Mr. Patrick and Mr. Humphrey have said. So look for how you can, set yourself. Even if maybe that idea you have, other persons are already doing it. It doesn't matter. You start your own and bring out that uniqueness from that product or whatever thing you want
Exactly.
to do, because there's no market that is not saturated right now. Everybody's doing everything. If you say you want to do this thing, people are already doing it. So you just have to find that uniqueness in your own product and look for how you can monetize it and make money from it. It is possible for you to turn your idea into profit. With that being said, I want you to drop in the comment section any idea you think you've had before. Whether you think it's stupid, let us be the judge of that. Drop it in the comment section, and we are going to be making a special video on every comment we are going to find. We're going to make a special video, and we are going to discuss how you can just drop any business idea you've had before. Drop it in the comment section. We are going to discuss it with the right persons that will take you on a guide on how you can monetize that idea and make profit. Anyway, we've said a lot. It's time for us to wrap up and go. Just do well to follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook at Idea, and do well to hit that notification bell. Yes, so that whenever we upload any video, you'll be the first person to come and watch.
Talk fan
All
bags.
right, stick there. Remember to dream it, build it, and live it. For now, bye.